Good morning, class. I just wanted to make a quick video just because I think there are some clarifications that maybe I can help make regarding the care plan and the community assessment. So far, you guys have done really well collecting all your data and putting all your information together in the assignments that you've turned in periodically. But I do want to show you, I have an example here of a care plan that was turned in previously whenever we were doing them on paper. So I kind of want to give you an idea of what they look like so that way you can have in your mind what the expectation is. Now, remember this care plan is written in narrative format, so it's kind of like a research paper, but it's still with the care plan. So you still have to put, your behaviors, your data collection, and all that kind of stuff. Contextual, residual, goals, interventions, and then evaluation. So that stuff is still part of the care plan. I uploaded a tips for community health assessment and care plan. So you can review that and at least know how you're going to set up your care plan and write it out, and also how points are distributed. That's also in your syllabus, but I just want you to see that. And I'm going to briefly show you this so that way you have an idea, kind of what it looks like on video. But I will also have it with me today and for the rest of the community sessions. So those of you that are actually in clinical site with me, you can review it and look at it so that way you can have a picture in your mind of what it's like. I'm trying to think about what else I need to tell you, except I think the tips, the worksheet tips will be helpful for you to make sure that you included everything in your care plan and that kind of stuff. And then I'll just go ahead and start showing you this. So this, this is just a regular binder. This was back whenever we put them in, which was last year. We put them in, we had them in, paper format. You turned them in by this way. But so here is kind of, so it's just like your care plan, just like, so you have a title page, APA format. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm trying to make sure that you can see it. And then as you can see here, like you start off with your nursing diagnosis, what they are, some behaviors, so you list out your behaviors. And this particular care plan, I always let the students see the score for this one. And this one actually received a 100. So that way you know exactly what the expectations are. And so then they have in here, so they have malnutrition, substance abuse, risky sexual behavior, disproportionate amount of industrial or workplace accidents. These are the information that they found. Reduced quality of life, late or no prenatal care. Those are the kinds of things that they have listed here. So all of these are still behaviors, as you can see, listed. And then they have their focal, and they have it written out with their references and everything. Then they have contextuals, so all their contextuals are listed. Socioeconomic status. Let me get to the language barrier, access to healthcare clinics, access to healthy food and grocery stores, transportation access, cultural barriers. And these are all still in the contextuals. And then they have the residual listed. Then they have their goals, a short-term goal and a long-term goal, just like in your regular care plan. And then they have all the interventions that they want to do in regard to helping change some things. And so all of these interventions are listed. However, when we talk about what you're going to do at your actual clinical site, because you don't have time to implement all of them, but we do have the opportunity to implement some. So rather, whether or not those interventions are done, some of them, like, you know, if you're going to do educational board, or you're going to do educational teaching and hand out pamphlets or something like that, those are some of the things that you can actually do at the clinical site. And so you want to think about those kinds of things. And then of course you have your evaluation. Was the short-term goal met, and was the long-term goal met? And so that's your actual care plan. And then there's your references. And the references is like 40 pages. But so that whole care plan, you can see here, is about this thick, and that's your care plan. And then you have your data collection. So all of the data is collected from the assessment to get that first part of the assessment. How you come up with it, that's the data collection part of it. And then they have this one split up into social, physical, health services, and that kind of stuff. And so these are all of the sections part that you were doing data collection whenever you're doing your assessment. And then they have their draft piece that's back here too, which you guys don't have the draft because you turned those in for me to look at. Now, again, I will bring this with me because I realize that you can't really get a full picture by this video, but this is one way that you guys can all have kind of an idea of what this looks like. And then those of you that will be actually in the clinical site the next few days, the next few weeks, you guys will be able to look at this hands-on. So I hope this helps. If you have questions, please let me know. I know one of my groups, is planning to do a collaborate session. And so what I'll probably do is make that collaborate session available to everyone to attend, or I will get online and make that available. I will talk to you later. Please let me know if you have questions, and thank you.